Hello, my name is Jason Fay. I'm the science teacher here on the STEAM team, and I want to walk you through how we do our dynamic scheduling here on the 8th grade STEAM team at Pine Grove Middle School. First thing that you need to realize is that we are completely a traditionally scheduled middle school, so this is a pretty common middle school schedule. If you teach 8th grade or have an 8th grader, you may have seen a schedule like this. It has 9 periods, and you basically walk through all the classes that you have, and then you leave at the end of the day. We, as teachers, have identified 5 classes that we consider STEAM classes. We have science, social studies, writing, literature, and math. And we have teachers and students in common during these periods. So if I have a student for science, I know who their social studies teacher is. They have the same writing teacher, the same literature and math teacher. There is no student on our team that does not have each of us as teachers. And there is no teacher on our team that does not have the 96 students that are on the team. What that allows us to do is view this as 2 separate blocks of time. So we have 2 blocks of time, one being 126 minutes, the other being 83 minutes. And if you look at the kids' schedules, they actually say for periods 2, 3, and 4, STEAM 2, STEAM 3, STEAM 4, and the same thing for periods 8 and 9. We use these 2 blocks of times, access to all of our rooms, and access to all of the kids to create over 70 different schedules, which we run basically on a daily basis. We can change them and post them in the morning, and kids will show up really wherever we ask them to at any point during the course of the day. So these are some pretty typical schedules that show some 80 and 40-minute periods mixed in there. It also allows us to do large group meetings, like our morning meeting that we have traditionally on Mondays. Also allows us to shorten class periods and have large group presentations of project activities. Today I'm going to show you the schedule that we're actually running today, the modified block schedule, which I'm pulling up onto your screen now. This is the block schedule that we're running today. If you'll notice, we have a whole lot going on with it. You'll notice that today is Wednesday, will be the first day in the block, so we're going to concern ourselves with the top portion of the schedule. We have the students divided into groups A, B, C, and D. So this right here is math, and math actually has 80-minute periods. That math teacher is going to see group A for 80 minutes, and in the afternoon, group B. And they are going to see the following day, group C for 80 minutes, and then they're going to see group D for 80 minutes. So we're on 80-minute blocks over here on math. The same thing is true over here for ELA writing. So you're going to notice that Ms. Petranchik and Ms. Western also have these 80-minute periods that extend C and D day 1 and then A and B day 2. So basically, we're running 2 sets of blocked classes at the same time. Now, what's interesting is the lesson plans that Mr. Misha, our social studies teacher, and Ms. Hunt, our literature teacher, are running are not conducive for 80-minute periods. So they're actually going to have 40-minute classes. And these are traditional 40-minute classes where you see all your classes one day, and then the next day you also see 40-minute classes. So these guys right here in the middle, completely traditional. Now, if you'll notice, there's something pretty interesting going on here. And since our board's getting a little messy, I'm going to go ahead and erase that for you so we can see what's going on. You'll notice this 4th period, which is not addressed. 4th period today has all 96 kids in our large room. We can actually sit all the kids on the floor, and we put them all in the large room. And that's me. I'm Jason Fay, the science teacher, and I'm on point for this lesson today. So what I've got going on today is about a 15-minute lecture. And then I send the kids out to their rooms for a breakout session where they are going to take a differentiation quiz. And that quiz is very basic, and it's based on density calculations, which is something that we've already learned. It's a little bit of a review for our state test. We actually use the data from that quiz to make new groups for the following day, because on Thursday, I'm going to have another large group session. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this data that we have right here, create new groups based on skill, and create a schedule in here which is going to have different kids going to different rooms. So if we're computing density, we might have a group of students that had trouble rounding. Maybe we had a group of students that had difficulty with the math computations. or maybe we have kids that need the whole thing re-explained or were absent. We probably will wind up with a good number of our kids that did perfectly on the quiz, and then that can be a separate group where we can provide enrichment. So we actually use this data to drive the grouping for the following activity the next day. Okay, well, if you look at this, I'm really only teaching fourth period on one day, so you're going to see fourth period here and then fourth period the next day, which means I am free to do some pretty creative stuff. So what you're going to find is that since I am free 2, 3, and then 8, 9, and then the next day 2, 3, 8, 9, I'm actually going to hook up with Ms. Petranchik and Ms. Wessner. Since she has, or they have, I should say, 80-minute periods with these students, they've actually budgeted in time for me to do small group conferencing. So we'll let her get her lesson started in the beginning of class, and then I will start pulling groups of 6. And group C is actually 4 groups of 6, because there are 24 students in there. So I will do that here, I will do it again here, and I will do it again here, and here. So by the time I get to the end of this cycle, I will have seen all 96 students in small 6-person groups. What that allows me to do is really focus some skills. What we're going to do is we're actually going to conference these kids out to my room, and they're going to work individually on balances and measuring length, width, and height of cubes. And they're going to do so right in front of me with this high teacher-to-student ratio. What that allows me to do is vary the time. If I get kids in front of me that need some help, I can spend maybe 15, 17 minutes with kids. If I get some kids that are really good at it, I can turn them right around back into class at, after 2 or 3 minutes. Allows for a little bit of individualized attention, allows you to work, obviously, 6-on-1, which is kind of nice. It also works well for materials. I only need to have 6 setups, and that makes everything nice and consistent for the skill. I'll actually differentiate again on Friday. Once I identify kids that might have trouble with these skills here for this group section that I'm going to do, I'll probably differentiate again and pull out kids that are lacking some basic skills and have even more intervention for them. So that's just a quick example of how we're using a schedule like the double block schedule in a way to address student needs in lots of different ways. Learn more, check us out at steamed.org. You can see all of our schedules, and we'll try to post a few more videos of examples as to how we use them. Thanks. See you later.